worst revival of an economy since the Great Depression. And believe me, we're in a bubble right now. And the only thing that looks good is the stock market. But if you raise interest rates even a little bit, that's going to come crashing down. We are in a big, fat, ugly bubble.
All right, last night when I was covering this, I thought that was probably the high point for Donald Trump. In fact, the first 20 minutes or so when they were concentrated on economic issues, the strength of this recovery or lack thereof, the market, what's propelling it. And a key point that Donald Trump kept mentioning, this notion that if not for the Federal Reserve and keeping interest rates obscenely low for all of these years, we wouldn't be where we are, and that this market, much like this economy, sort of rests on that helium, which is not good. It is something that former Verizon CEO Denny Strigel has raised on this show many, many times, long before it was popularly debated. Denny, on that issue, I thought that was Trump's sweet spot. This is what he knows the most about. This is what he's most comfortable talking about. On that issue alone, this notion of a bubble, what do you make of that?
Well, first of all, I agree, Neil. This is his area. He's been a businessman, very successful, and we all know that. But when you think about what has happened here, the Fed has been off on GDP growth estimates for 6 straight years. Something's off here. Underemployment, some brag about the improvement in employment rates. Okay, insignificant in my mind, but underemployment still runs over 13%. Capital spending in corporations is at a standstill. So what's happening here? Where do people, particularly people who have been saving for retirement perhaps, where do they put their money? They put it in the stock market. Why put it in the stock market? By the way, third quarter earnings estimates are off. We have overinflated stock prices. And
that's what he's saying. If interest rates just go up a little bit.
I take myself as a retired former CEO. Look, I put my money where I think I'm going to get the best return for it. Where is that now? It's in the stock market. It certainly isn't at under 1% in savings. You plan on 4, 5, 6%, and under this administration, we have had historically, last 8 years, unbelievably low interest rates.
But, you know, talking about the Fed doesn't generate much of an audience response. Even her eyes are glazing over, and she's knee-deep in all this stuff. I thought that was an opportunity lost to just say, this economy she brags about is sitting on a house of cards.
Can I go one other place here?
Sure.
She says she is going to build on the progress of the last 8 years. I ask you, what progress? There's no progress on the economy. There's no progress on health care.
Well, she argues there is that it's certainly different than it was 8 years ago.
It was different. Yes, it is different.
You don't see any improvement?
No, I see no improvement in this at all.
He should have turned there and said, we could do a hell of a lot better. If you're satisfied with 1% growth, Secretary, that's fine. I am not. I think he missed opportunities like that.
You know, Neil, if I'm at all disappointed last night, I think he did a good job. But if I'm at all disappointed, he could have picked up on a couple of points here and really drove them home, and he didn't.
Yeah.
Now, as I listened to him this morning, he said he's trying to be a nice guy. Okay.
Politics is not for nice guys. He got where he was and is, not being a nice guy.
I thought he did a nice job.
Yeah, better than he's given credit for. Denny Strigel, former Verizon president and CEO.